All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you were just witnessing is really something that's quite amazing. You may not know what birthright is, but you're going to find out all about it. We're joined right now by Gidi Mark, CEO of Taglit-Birthright, former diplomat, Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And Taglit-Birthright Israel is the largest and most successful Jewish continuity program in the world. The program educates American youth about their Jewish heritage, encourages them to stay connected with their roots. Over 400,000 Jewish young adults have gone to Israel through this program for a 10-day educational trip, which is more than an educational trip. It seems like a real good time. Welcome, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you.
All right,
good to be here.
Now, my son is closing in on 16, so he's been excited about Birthright, and for a long time. It's unique to Israel, obviously, and your group this is the 15th year.
Yes.
Talk about what entitles a young 18 to 24-year-old Jewish to get a free trip to Israel.
We believe that every Jew is born with a flight ticket to Israel, and Israel should be a part of the DNA of any Jew around the world. So when we started, only 2,000 used to come to Israel. Today we bring somewhere between 40,000 to 50,000 a year. We became a world leader in homeland tourism. It's called now homeland tourism. And there are many programs like that, for example, today in Ireland, the Irish Way, or Hungary, etc. And they all are behind or imitating Birthright Israel.
I was going to say it came from you.
Yeah, we are the world leader in this market, and we are doing well. We started with 10 free days. It's becoming, a rite of passage for so many thousands of people. For most of them, it's a life-changing experience. It's the best experience in their lives. The waiting lists are huge. People want to do it, and it goes mainly by words of mouth.
And these are obviously Jewish young people who have not lived in Israel for any length of time. So their eyes are being opened, and their minds are being opened.
Yeah.
What do they take away? What do you believe? We saw the fun that they have there in the video. What do you, based on your experience, what do these youngsters take away from their trip to Israel?
So we are very well researched through Brandeis University in Boston, and over the years we saw three main phenomena. First of all, they feel much closer to Israel. They understand much better. They start being interested in Israel and Israeli news that come from Israel. They have many new Israeli friends, because on each group we have about 8 to 10 Israelis, their peers, that start to become their friends.
Okay, that are with them on the trip.
On the trip. And secondly, they become much more committed Jewishly. And we see it in terms of assimilation, in terms of having more Jewish friends, being more proud of being Jewish, joining some Jewish circles, etc., etc. Until now, 500,000 participants, both Israelis and from 66 countries. It's a home run.
Yeah.
We work very hard in order to continue this phenomenon, which is really exceeding any of our expectations.
And it would seem to me, you said word of mouth, it would seem to me that all you have to do is make people aware of this program, and the numbers will continue to swell, and the people will continue to come.
Thank you so much for giving us the stage.
No, it's my pleasure. I think it's very important.
Yeah,
and
because
it's a great opportunity.
People usually that come to us don't have too much of a background about what it means to be Jewish, etc. Some of them are intimidated. Perhaps I'm not good Jewish. I'm not a good Jew, etc. Once they come, it's all behind them. They feel part of the party.
Right, and being Jewish could mean so many different things. From a religious point of view, but the identity to Israel and the Holy Land and the history is so very, very important. So is your goal to keep it going, or to have, to get the number, you say 40,000 a year? I mean, you want more and more every year? Or is that a good number?
It's always a good number, but when we started, we have to remember we started with 2,000, 10,000, 15,000. Yeah. Now it's 40,000.
Right, well, how could I don't want to run out of time before not to interrupt. So how do people get more information?
People go to birthrightisrael.com, and they get everything there. It's very smooth and very short process. You just sign in. You don't need to pay. You pay very $250 refundable deposit. You sign in, you go to Israel, you have the best experience in your life, and you feel great.
Sounds like a plan. All
Yeah.
right, birthrightisrael.com.
Yeah.
That couldn't be simpler. Thank you very much. Great seeing
Thank
you,
you
sir.
so much.
All right, folks, we're coming back with much more of the Steve Malzberg Show, so don't you go away.